Hello everybody and welcome to another Beyond All Reason video. We are back with another team match because you're all loving these so much. And today we have a 4v4 on the map Flats and Forests. Now we've seen this map once before, I think, as a 1v1. So this is what it's truly made to be done in a actual team match. Now, our cameras here on this side are actually the map layout of, or the view cameras, sorry, of the two bottom players. So watch me do this, who we're currently looking at, and Blowdeer. Now, Blowdeer being the highest OS here, I think it's probably the best for you to be able to see what Blowdeer is doing, being that he is the highest OS. And as we swing on over to him, you can see here what he is doing, and just rotate the camera to get back into normal here. There we go. So Blowdig starting off 3 solars, 3 metal extractors into 1,000 scouts after he's built his cons. And let's have a look at the team, shall we? So we've got Blowdeer in red at the bottom. Just north of him, Timothy in yellow, playing Armada. Teddy above him. Teddy is definitely under OS value. He is a very, very, very good player. Used to be one of the best in 1v1s before the game started getting more popular. So he knows what he's doing in this game. And then north of him, Skag. So we've got an entire Armada team here in the red team, which is quite funny. And then on the opposite side here, we have, watch me do this, as we've already said, in Cortex. High gain, Armada vehicles as well, Hexu, Armada vehicles, and finally at the top, Pirate, who is Cortex vehicles. Now, if this is your first time seeing the map, we'll quickly go over it. But there's a lot of metal to be had, a lot of expansion spots. This is made for an 8v8 map, so you can see there's quite a lot to be had here. There is this kind of forest raised bits in here that can cause problems for you placing radars down properly or pathing of vehicles, as well as a hill here that can be a little problematic for vehicles. Another one up here as well. But as both teams spam out a metric ton of scouts all over the map, just trying to see where each player is. They've pretty much already learned where each person is. Pirate will be running a little bit short on units here to defend against such a large amount of scouts heading his way. It does look in general that the blue team is underproduced scouts. Keep an eye on Claret here for a second. So these scouts have managed to get past. The biggest problem here is actually Teddy managing to delay expansion and get a metal extractor from Hexu. Will not be able to grab a constructor though by the looks of it, as there's just too much going on. Looking at the bottom, high gain gets a metal extractor delayed, but other than that, not too much to worry about. Watch me do this. Losing some, having some problems in the bottom here. Zoom out, just look at all of the dots. And it's just interesting to see how like much scouts they're just pumping out, like so many scouts. That's it, they haven't even switched to incisors yet. It's still just scouts as more and more just keep coming past, shutting down the solars. We see that Hexu took a little bit of damage, not too much. A single scout in the bottom corner managed to get a metal extractor as well. It's just, that's it, just only scouts. Seeing any difference? Skag started, now switching over to blitzes. Teddy doing the same. Timothy still on scouts, and Blowdeer still on scouts with some blitzes. Incisors, watch me do this. High gain switching over to blitzes. Hexu still on scouts, and a very interesting mix there for Blowdeer. Not Blowdeer, because it's red, but it's actually blue. Pirate. Yeah, one to one. It's gonna age very badly if that continues on. Select the green player here as they're on defense. Hexu moving with his comm further forward. Scouts from High Gain managing to get a metal extractor. They're going to try and jump on this constructor here over on the left side of the map, but unable to do it as the terrain just doesn't bode well for it whatsoever. But moving into LLT, the LLT will take out quite a few of these scouts. Not enough damage there to take out the LLT and losing everything. Meanwhile, further north on the map, a scout push from Hexu is going to try and dive pretty deep here, but with blitzes being rushed out, they will not be able to get much. There's so much expansion here. The idea is basically to try and get some of said expansion because you don't want to build LLTs next to every single metal extractor. It's just going to take too long. And unable to secure that with only one of these guys left. They're not really going to be able to get much more. Meanwhile, switch to the bottom side of the map here. Watch me do this versus Blowdeer at the bottom. There's quite a lot of units down here for Blowdeer, causing problems for watching me do this. And Size is now starting to group up on these 3 blitzes, but the other 3 have just been left freely to go towards the base. LLT being built here as a way of stopping it. And that gets mopped up. Still 2 scouts down there, but watching me do this is really like falling behind on distance. Blowdeer's kept his commander in base. Watch me do this is barely moved out from his initial start position. So Blowdeer with 2 cons expanding, 3 cons, 1 back here if you can class that as expanding. And yet again, Blowdeer are able to get in, shut down some of the solars, and actually take out quite a few of them as well. Gets a metal extractor. Will not get any more than that, but still, that's some significant damage. 1 metal extractor, 3 solars, 2 solars still shut down at this point. Almost got a second metal extractor. And Blowdeer just absolutely trouncing on Watch Me Do This. As these guys are going to continue going to the bottom corner. They will probably not get too much value down here in the end as there's incisors in the way and an LLT is being built. Yeah. But Blowdeer managing to almost find a constructor. Down to 14% health. Little audio glitch there for some reason. And just north of that in the center of the map at the top. Or top center, I guess. Hexu versus Teddy is not going very well for Hexu. Teddy able to grab that constructor there, which is exactly what he wanted. And there is a decent chunk of reclaim here now. 1.2 clay reclaim that Teddy is trying to secure here. Now, Hexu's commander is pretty far forward here and actually is in a decent position to secure it if he's able to do that. But it's not looking good. High Gain just below him here is not doing too well. He's not really got much forces left because he's having to send quite a lot of it down to assist Watch Me Do This with Blowdeer, which means that the Hexu front line is now starting to take even more just a damage from Teddy and Timothy. And now it's having to be 2v1 versus Blowdeer at the bottom. Blowdeer just pumping out blitzes. That's all he's doing. Just so many blitzes. Core doesn't suck. It's just not a very good map for Cortex Pounders because they take so long to get anywhere. I ain't already trying to call for a resign, really? It's not that bad. Pirate's doing okay on the top. So isn't it Hexu? Well, Hexu was doing alright until High Gain had to retreat. Let's just quickly look at Blowdeer. Blowdeer with 3 construction turrets, 2 vehicle labs just pushing out blitzes. He's got one constructor working on advanced solar. This is his economy right now, as we see here. Energy doing fine. He's actually now transitioning over to Tech 2. There's a lot of units in the center of the map here. And a lot of different colors. Hexu looks like he's going to start struggling against Teddy. Teddy's going to push in against Hexu pretty soon, with both Timothy and Blowdeer pushing down in the center here towards high gain. Meanwhile, watch you do this is just getting absolutely dominated. And it's been pretty much a 1v1 at the top here. For Claret versus Skag. Claret really needs to do a bit of a push here. Claret's commander actually almost dead. And just look at the metal. 3.2k metal sat right here. High Gain's commander, though, having to run back. High Gain again attempting to resign. Shurikens coming out from... Watch me do this. That will help. But at the top, we see Clara actually going in for a bombing run. Bombs the build power. Doesn't take out a factory, though. Still 2 build power left. Focusing on his opponent, though. Advanced solar's gone. Most of the solar's shut down. And now the bombers are moving off, trying to find another target. No radar with these guys, so... 3 Tech 1 metal extractors down. Bombers not going for a base. Probably a good thing considering the flak's being built now. On what you doing them? Alright, you gotta get some substantial here. AA going up in multiple places now. Just
Commander
some expansion metal extractors. Bit disappointing, to be honest. The bombers could have done a lot more. Now with AA up pretty much everywhere, they're going to stop being of value. Tech 2 now approaching the front as we pretty much just focus on the Blowdeer fighting. And Blowdeer able to transition successfully to Tech 2 without producing that much units for quite a while now. He's got some LLTs built on the front. He's actually just building a wall here with the intention of just blocking off that entire area. Most of the reclaim, though, does go to blue team from all of that fighting. Yellow did lose, Timothy did lose his commander, which is what High Gain's attempting to secure here. Bombers have been taken out on this back end here. No real... But it did all right. I guess they kind of messed up Skag a bit for him to like push in even more. Hexu now actually with Tech 2 on the front here, building Mausers to push Teddy back. Teddy is also getting his own Mausers out here as Hexu pushes in with some more blitzes to try and take out some of this expansion, which has done a pretty good job there. Right now, I'd say Hexu doing very well versus Teddy. So we select Hexu here for his income. You can see him pretty much using everything. He's actually having to fight Timothy and Teddy right now, which is a bit of a pain. High Gain with a lot of metal in the bank and no Tech 2 to use it. He's transitioned to Tech 2 right now. Watch me do this is... struggling. He has no units left, and yeah, he's just hoping to hold out long enough. But Timothy having quite a big loss here, losing his Tech 2 factory in the center of the map, and Hexu just managing to push straight through. Teddy not able to apply enough pressure to his opponent, and it's now let this green player run free through the map. Able to get some good value here. They might get those energy converters, and that's 13 metal a second in energy converters. Or they might push up Teddy. No, they're going for the energy converters. Come on, let's see the beautiful explosion from this one sacrificial blitz. Oh, the sacrificial blitz did not get sacrificed. This shouldn't get too much more. Yeah, with bulls coming out now, that will get mopped up relatively quickly. Bulls just chasing down these mouses. Mouses can't fire backwards, so they're like not able to react at all. Poor Mousers. The bull, though, completely unable to actually shoot them. Do they have the same speed? 62, 60. The bull is slightly stronger. Oh, this bull gonna get completely swarmed by blitzes. Both of them. Surprising how effective these are. Oh, quickly switching over though to the top. Tech 1 bombers
destroyed.
Come in on Claret here. A bit of bombing revenge. At the same time, some tanks in the base of orange, managing to get orange. Going for the fusion. Oh, gets the fusion. One down, one to go. Black out from Claret though. Will it be enough to stop the second one getting destroyed? It will be, as all the bombers get taken out. One fusion down, a lot of other energy and some build power down as well. And luckily enough, though, blue has quite a lot of energy in reserve, and that one fusion will be enough to hold off for now. But Teddy's coming in with a lot of jacks here, looking to pressure Claret's comm. There is a Tsar. And actually, Teddy's really struggling for energy right now due to wind being low, meaning these jacks aren't going to be able to fire as efficiently as they want to. Just want that Tsar to get in range, but no. Gunships now also on their way in. And this could hurt. Focusing down the build power.
Commander destroyed.
That was Watch Me Do. This is Com getting killed. And just getting build power and then moving on, which is an interesting choice here from Skag as he moves towards taking out High Gains base. As he rushes out fighters. Oh, well, that build power, they're able to get up AAs pretty quickly here. Trying to scatter the damage here, but these gunships are not really going to be able to do what was needed. And there they all go. That'll be it for that air run. Somehow, Skag has managed to pull this back. Blowdeer being pulled across to help Timothy has definitely slowed him down. Able to get pretty much all of this reclaim here. Watch Me Do This may be able to get this back a little bit. Just pumping out sheer mass of jags. Kind of interesting if Blowdeer would have maybe just tripled down, I guess is the saying, because he already had 2 factories on Tech 1. Would he been able to just overwhelm Watch Me Do This anyway without having to transition to Tech 2? I mean, he was pulling High Gain down into his lane so that Timothy could do stuff in the middle. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, everyone was going to go Tech 2 eventually. And actually, as we quickly look at the top half of the map, we can see here that Claret is just pushing forward with 3 Tsars, lots of LLTs and stuff going up behind him, and Skag has nothing. He has no comm. He has no ground units. He literally just has some gunships. If only he had a flak. Or, oh wait, there is a flak. There we go. 2 flaks. 3 flaks. There we go. Still with 2 flaks left. I mean, if you can call that a flak, that's like a flak and an M&M. That's basically what's left there now. So that's, you could literally sneeze on that and it will die. But with only having this left, gunships ain't gonna do much. He needs help. Teddy has gone tech free. Razorback is making its way up here. But there's 3 Zars here, and Claret really needs to make the most of this and actually push with these Zars and actually do damage. He's thinking that, oh, well, you know, he's only got air, I've got flak, it's fine. What damage is that going to do? But he needs to take out this, this opponent as quick as possible here. And the Razorbacks here, he hasn't gifted it to Skag, which I'm somewhat surprised at. But gift it to Skag to just let him work. I guess he doesn't have much energy reduction, so if he did give it to him, he wouldn't be able to shoot it. But now the Zars didn't even really get to shoot here. And one of them's already dead. Fighters arriving a bit late. Atomic bombers coming from behind, though, from high gain as well. There is enough damage that almost actually kills one Razorback. One more Zar shot is enough, yep, but 2 of the 3 Zars down. There goes the 3rd one, and all of the blue army's gone. Atomic bombers come in, take out the 2 Razorbacks, but 2 Marauders are left. 3 Marauders are left. The atomic bombers going for the base. Actually going for mostly build power, and no, there goes the factory. So with that, Skag has now resigned. Skag is dead in the water with nothing left. 2 atomic bombers in the air, still around. And the red team is getting pushed back further and further. Teddy trying to hold on now with this tech free, but with no air support, they are going to get bombed to hell. Meanwhile, along the bottom, it's a bit of a battle of attrition here as Starlights have started coming out to whittle down the defenses here of... watch me do this, but watch me do this has done its job, basically. Hold off Blue Deer as long as possible. Attempted push does take out 2 Starlights, but the Tigers are going to run back in. There is still another Starlight already back there. Bloated Calm on the front. Extremely risky position here. In the middle, just lots of mines, tick spam and Starlights from yellow, and Teddy forced right back to his main base. Tech 3 versus Starlights. He really could do with some Tech 1 spam here to soak up the Starlights, but nothing just yet. And now he needs to be worried about all of this stuff coming around from Skag. Teddy now having to do the 2v1. And Razorback just gets annihilated by the beamer. Sorry, by the Starlight. Spam now coming up from Timothy. But it might be a bit too late here as these Razorbacks need to get some damage. But they're just getting volleyed by the Starlights. And although he does manage to take out all of the Starlights, does he have enough here to defend against this swarm of units coming in? A lot of ticks. Oh, not ticks. Oh, gets the fusion, takes out a huge amount of build power. Atomic bomber comes in, gets the rest of the build power. And that's going to be pretty much Teddy done for. Not only that, but a dragon now also from Claret. No, Teddy, you're not bad. You're not. You're just unlucky. And now it's Bloated versus the world. Bloated trying to win this. But no, he realizes it's over. So Watch Me Did This really struggled at the beginning, and going over to Tech 2 really lost Bloated's momentum at the bottom.
Battle ended.
And then he was unable to push in after that, and going air really kind of saved the day for the blue team. That push on the top side really did it. So well played, blue team. I mean, they tried to resign twice, but, you know, managed to win in the end. And that's why you don't give up. So thank you all for watching, guys. Don't forget to do all the YouTube malarkey, and I'll see you all next time.